I decided to put together a 3-gallon brew in the bag setup. I found a 28-quart stock pot at a garage sale for 20 bucks. I already had the Camp Chef stove, which should be adequate to boil water, in the bag. Yeah, it looks like a 5-gallon strainer bag, paint strainer bag from Home Depot ought to do the trick. The only problem is it'll melt if it sits on the bottom, so it looks like I got to figure out a way to make a false bottom for it. Also need a way to drain the bag after it's done. This food grade colander looks like it'll do the trick. Looks like when I turn it upside down it's almost the same diameter as the inside of the pot. Stainless steel chunk of something or another I got at a salvage sale with holes in it. Make a perfect false bottom, so we'll use the colander as a pattern. I drew the outline for the pattern, used the Dremel to cut it out. Okay, time to see how it fits. Darn! Looks like we need to shave off about 1/4 of an inch on one side. Yeah, my thoughts are, if we just cut this straight across here, it should give us enough to drop it down in the pot. See if this isn't a little better. Yeah, that fits pretty good. Cut the rough edges with the grinder. Next, I needed to figure out a way to keep the false bottom off the bottom of the pot, so I found this little 3/4 inch wide strip of lightweight stainless steel. I just kind of contorted and bent to where it'll fit in the pot. Looks something like this. Now I'll put the false bottom in on top of it. There. That looks like it ought to keep it off the bottom. There we go. A 28-quart pot with a false bottom and a paint strainer bag. That should work. Okay, here's my setup so far. Got the pot, got the false bottom, got the paint strainer bag, got the colander. That should take care of everything there. Now I got to figure out how to cool it. Yeah, it looks like a 60-quart Igloo square cooler should do the trick, filled with ice water. We'll give that a try first. If it doesn't work, I'll have to try to find something bigger. Should be easy enough to pour the chilled wort into a 5-gallon carboy for fermentation. I figure a simple blow-off hose into a 1-gallon wine jug ought to do the trick. Kegging over bottling, so I found these 3-gallon Italian kegs work really good. I would carb it up in the kegerator just as normal, and when it's time to serve it, I'd use a little party apparatus I have. After we have carbonated beer, it's time to take it down to my buddy's house and drink some of it. This is a nifty little setup with a CO2 cartridge and its own little gauge, and it's slick because you can adjust the pressure to 2 pounds. I usually release all the pressure off the keg first after it's carbonated, and just give it about 2 pounds of pressure because there's no hose, and it'll pour you a nice, not too foamy beer. Anyway, that's what my plans are for a 3-gallon brew in the bag setup. Hope you enjoyed.